Well, this doesn't happen very often. I am completely out of furniture to flip. The garage is empty. So, in this video, I'm going to bring you along with me to a couple of my favorite local thrift stores and we'll see what we can find. In case you're new here, welcome. My name is Katie, and my full time job is finding pieces of furniture that are worn out and outdated and have either been abandoned at the curb for trash or forgotten about in the back corner of a thrift shop, bringing them home with me and giving them a whole new life. I used to sell the pieces that I flipped for a profit, but the last little while, since I've been making some income off of social media, sharing with all of you who watch, I've actually been able to start gifting these pieces that I work on and update back into my community. My first stop today is going to be the Habitat for Humanity Restore. It is super hit or miss for me in here, so fingers crossed I can find something good. Okay, so the first thing that caught my eye in here was this dining set. For $85, it is the table and all six chairs. I don't usually even stop and look at dining sets like this because they take up so much space in the workshop and a lot of time to refinish, but they do have a lot of really great money-making potential in the flipping world. I would probably paint this entire set either black or white, recover the seats in something neutral, and then paint the cane back to a more natural color. Unfortunately, most of these chairs have really big tears in them, so this is a huge pass for me. But if it wasn't for the damaged cane, this could have a resale value of anywhere between $800 to $1,000. I think this set has a lot of flipping potential as well. I was really drawn to this fun, trendy fluted design on the end of the chairs. I would sand this all back to a natural wood tone, reupholster the seats, and again, $800 to $1,000 for a big dining set like this. This little oak table, I think, was originally an oversized end table because it's a little bit taller than the coffee tables beside it. But for $5, I think I might grab it, try and cut down the legs a little bit to a coffee table height. And again, sand it down, restain it, or wash it in a bit of a lighter color. It's a great size coffee table for a small condo or an apartment. China cabinets have always been really great sellers for me, and this one is stunning. The whole dining room set is here actually, but the matching table and buffet are priced way too high for flipping. I think I might consider paying the $145 they have this marked at. I would totally remove the busy pediment from the top, paint this whole thing in a really deep jewel tone, and add some kind of quirky grand millennial-esque wallpaper to the inside and list it somewhere between $500 and $600 in my market. These kind of end tables are really great practice pieces if you can get them for free or really dirt cheap, but they don't have a ton of resale value for me, especially if there's only one. If I was going to consider anything like this, it would have to be a matching pair. This huge mid-mod dresser is gorgeous and in stellar condition. For $95, this would be a good flip just as it is. I would bring it home, stage it really nicely, and take some high quality photographs. I would expect to resell a dresser like this anywhere between $300 to $400, maybe even a little bit more, but this one is already sold. $195 for this dresser is too much for flipping, but it is a beautiful, well-constructed piece of furniture in really decent condition, so I'm sure someone will find it and take it home and love it just as it is. This is the kind of dresser that I find out at the curb pretty often. They're cheaply made, but they do get the job done. For free, I would be interested in thinking up a new design for something like this, but it's not something that I would typically pay money for unless I was in a real pinch trying to find something to flip. And I almost walked right past this MCM dresser, but I'm glad that I stopped and took a better look. There is some gorgeous wood under this original solid brown lacquered finish. I definitely think it needs some TLC, but with that wood exposed and a trendy new design, I think this dresser would sell really easily in the same kind of $400 range as the other one that I saw. Some more traditional lines on this one. It's solid, beautiful dovetail joinery on the drawers, and it's in really good shape. It definitely needs a fresh paint job, but I don't see a price on this one. Another mid-mod dresser, but this one is a tall boy. It is veneer over particle board, which is pretty standard, but the veneer is in good enough condition to leave a lot of it as it's nice wood finish. And then I would probably incorporate a fun pop of color with some paint on this one. This dresser is in the Eastlake style. I think it is a reproduction just because of how clean and pristine it is. These aren't my personal style at the moment, but I definitely appreciate the beauty and craftsmanship of it. And I think priced at $225, someone will take it home and love it just as it is. No makeover needed on this one. This Empire Buffet is kind of the same for me. It's got beauty and value in it just as it is. There's a pretty decent water stain on the top, but I think it has been professionally refinished at some point, and it's not something that I would personally consider painting, although it would be beautiful in a painted finish too. I never stop and bother with bed frames either because the ones that I've done in the past haven't been good sellers. But I did spy the matching headboard for that pretty Eastlake dresser in here. I am really glad there's a whole bedroom set going on. Console and sofa tables are really great sellers for me. This one has a trendy cane shelf that's in great shape, and for $45, this is a piece that I could flip in one day and ask $225 for it, no questions asked. Another great MCM piece. This desk has a laminate or formica top, but the base and drawers are all solid wood. I think in the right space, all this needs is a little bit of restore finish and wood polish on some minor nicks and dings. And it's another one that I would keep as is. For a $25 purchase price, I think I could resell this in my market to the right buyer for anywhere between $250 and $300. My next stop is the Mission Thrift. They always have a ton of great furniture pieces, and if they're priced too high on my first visit, they mark their stuff down really quickly, so I can usually grab it for a better deal in a week or two. This pink chaise was adorable. I don't have any use for it, but I thought it was really cute. This corner cabinet caught my eye too. I think it has some serious potential to be a super extreme makeover and just bring it out of the country more into the city as a great little storage piece. Here's another one of those cheapo dressers that I'd rather get for free than pay money for. Again, there's nothing wrong with it and I would totally flip it, but it just doesn't get me excited. This is a nice traditional chest on chest for $80. Someone with some more traditional taste will snag this up in a hurry. $105 for this cabinet is way too much. It's already got a distressed farmhouse makeover, and when I open up the doors and look on the inside, it is totally just a cheap build-it-yourself unit. It's a pass for me. Around the corner is another chest on chest situation. This is solid wood by Netchel, but again, it's too traditional for my personal taste right now and a little more money than I'd want to spend. Here's another great piece that I wouldn't touch. It's already been refinished back to its original state. It has a few signs of age and a couple of small character marks, but she is a beauty just as she is and priced in a very appropriate manner, I think. Hiding behind these chairs is a great flip dresser. $30 for a French provincial style dresser. These have made a huge comeback lately. This one has a horrible cherry red finish on it, so I'd probably tone it back to something black and neutral or a dark moody color. I might fill in the details on the top drawers as well, and I would keep the classic French provincial hardware just as it is. For a $30 investment, this is a great $300 to $400 profit. Knotty Pine, no thank you. But this buffet is gorgeous. I think it needs some feet or a new base to raise it up off the floor, and I could see this painted again in a really dark navy or moody gray-green. $100 is probably more than I would spend on a flip piece like this, but it has some great resale value, probably around $600 to $700. Maybe I would pay $100. I would probably pay $100 for this buffet. I found a few more MCM pieces buried in here. At first I thought they were a blonde wood veneer, but when I get up close, I can see that they're actually covered in a faux wood grain finish. And from what I can tell, this is original. They were sold like this from day one. So to all the people that get mad at people like me for painting these pieces now, maybe reconsider. Another Eastlake dresser. This one isn't in as great condition as the one I found earlier, but it's still got a ton of charm. The top is a little bit worse for wear and needs some love. I might take some time to refinish that and just restain it to match the rest of the dresser. I would definitely add some more period appropriate hardware to the front. This one would be a good potential for a painted finish as well. And just as I thought I was about to leave Mission Thrift empty-handed, I spy an adorable mid-mod bar cabinet. I immediately have 5 or 6 different ideas that popped into my head for this one, and it's the right size just to chuck in the back of the van, so I think I'm going to grab this one for $45. Next, I am stopping in at the Salvation Army. This spot used to be a go-to for furniture flips, but since the pandemic started, this store has actually stopped carrying their large furniture items, and now there's just this sad little stack in the back corner. It looks like it's mostly walkers today. There is an end table and a rattan coffee table that's missing its glass top. No goodies for us this time. In the same plaza is Value Village. Again, they don't have a huge furniture assortment in here, but I always stop and check just in case. My last stop for the day is going to be the ReSource thrift store. There's not too much to see in here today either. I guess I picked a bad thrifting day for furniture. I do see a few art pieces on the wall that catch my eye, and I was about to walk out of here as well when I spotted this solid wood harvest table just kind of stuffed in here. It's all taken apart, but they have it marked at $25. And I think this could totally be sanded down into a light wood finish and have a great resale value as a farmhouse piece. Looking at the bottom here, I can see that it's already been painted and unpainted more than once, but it's solid wood, so it can take a ton more sanding and refinishing. The van is full, but I think I might pop back in here and pick this one up later. Have to say goodbye. I made it home. I got the van unloaded. Somebody missed me while I was gone. I have a few new smaller scale projects to work on now. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this mid-century modern style bar cabinet, the console with the super trendy cane details in the bottom, or the little oak coffee table that I picked up today. But to make sure that you don't miss out on any of those makeovers, please make sure that you are subscribed before you go. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will catch you all next time. Okay, you gonna say bye-bye? That's nice kisses. That's nice kisses. I missed you too. Okay, say bye-bye.